Hi everyone, I'm sorry I'm late. I've just had to sort my boy out, my dog. He's an old lad now, bless him. He'll actually be 14 in November, I believe. Is a Scorpio. I don't know his actual birthday. So basically, same age as my big little girl. So just bear with me while I sort this thing out. I want to plug my phone in, because if I don't plug my phone in, you know, that's better, I think. So it's a beautiful day outside. Cold but beautiful. So hi, I'm just sorting out my little setup. So this video is, I think it's the final one, but that could change. I did two videos previous to this, which were live, all about autoimmune disease, symptoms that I've experienced. I think I did say in my two previous videos that it was previous to my fruit detox, but either, it don't really matter. The only reason I say is because when you go into detox, for the people that are new to detoxing, a lot of people tend to detox, and then if they have symptoms, which is normal, I will add, you basically, what happens when you go into detox, unless you're really healthy and unless you're a regular or a pro, you know, a lot of people that have been struggling with health, whether it's autoimmune, you know, or just, you know, whatever it might be, the worse you are interstitially, then the more bumps in the road you could possibly hit whilst being on detox. And like I was saying, a lot of people, when they're new to detox, or if they don't know a lot about it, or if they've had guidance from someone that doesn't really know much about it, they will often stop as soon as they get any sort of pushback from the body. The reason this actually happens is to bring it to the surface, to refeel it, heal it, and then get rid of it. So it is, you know, like a purge, if you like. So anyone that's new to my channel, hi, my name's Kenley. My channel's called For Fox Sakes. Just because I like, you know, a bit of wordplay, basically. So, right, what else did I want to just make sure that I wanted to make a note of? I can't really think of anything else as of yet. But, as I say, if and when it arises, I'll be sure to speak about it on here in some way, shape or form. Now then, for those of you that are subscribed to my channel, or that know me personally, would, you know, family, friends and stuff like that, those of you would know that I had a really bad, and when I say really bad, I mean really, really bad, I was going to say abscess, but I do believe myself that in actual fact I had probably 3 abscesses. So this started last week. I am actually in the process of, I know, bad for your health, one word of advice, don't start, because it's, you know, prevention is better than cure. But anyway, on a healthier, fruitier and a lighter note, cheers to all you smoothie drinkers, smoothie makers, fruity thinkers and groovy shakers. I've got my grapes all washed, so it preserves them. I've got a video on how to clean pesticides safely off of your fruit. I didn't show strawberries, but I will do when they're in season. Because when they're not in season, they're not very nice, to be honest. They've not got a lot of flavour. And so in the winter months and the cooler times of year when they're out of season, because I do try to, you know, do my bit, you know, try to get local fruit if at all possible, supermarkets permitting and all that sort of shit. So yes, I've got a video on my channel. I think I've got like there's like 3 parts to it on how to get rid of pesticides safely off of food, mainly black sable grapes or any kind of grapes really. It is slightly different with soft summer fruits. For example, you know, your raspberries and your strawberries, because they are soft fruits, you know, it's only a slight variation, you know, in what to do when cleaning those. So, yes, as I was saying, these are all nice. I've packed them in tightly. Oh, not that tight, obviously. My dog will have them because he loves grapes. So, yeah. I am, what was I saying? I'm currently doing the black sable grape and organic lemon detox. I've sort of reached this, like, what would we call it? Like a plateau. And so I've had to ramp it up somewhat. Anyway, let's have a look. I've got my little, what do we call it? This is like my Bible. Dr. Robert Morse, I love you. I love all your content. One wish on my bucket list would also be to meet the man himself. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Anything's possible. That's for sure. When you believe. So this is my go-to book, really. But something a little different. Right, so I've got up to there. So I'm just going to put this down for a little minute. Yeah, just, you know, going right back full circle to the abscess situation. There is pictures and a little video on my channel if you really want to see if I could even look any worse than I do today. Yes, it is very possible, trust me when I say that. So, yeah, I think it was roughly 5.5, 6 days in to the lemon and black grape detox. I started experiencing, you could say, a few teething problems. Pun intended, because I have actually got a wisdom tooth coming through. We'll actually see if that makes me any wiser, if and when it does eventually come through. Because on that note, let's just say it's been sort of niggling under the surface of my gum. I've got quite a small palate, so I've had, you know, when I was younger, I had to have quite a few teeth out. Well, that's what they said and advised and did anyway. I believe it was either 4 or 6, some on each side. Who knows, who cares? Anyway, that's the tooth. So, the wisdom tooth. It's been giving me jip on and off, sorry. Well, for long enough, and that's the truth. So yeah, when I went on detox this time, it really started flaring up. I just thought, well, you know, shit happens and all that. Put it this way, I live on my own, apart from me and my dog, Donnie Darko, that's who he's named after. The Rottweiler cross, sometimes makes me cross. I will show you him one day, but just, you know, while I'm still new to this, and he's a bit of a, well, given his age, he's a bit of a live wire, I'll just tell you that for sure. So I don't want him knocking shit flying, because he will, and he can, and he does. So yeah, the less technical glitches the better. So I couldn't open my mouth. You know, no benefit really when you live on your own, when you talk as much as me, you know, you still talk to yourself in your head and whatnot, but if I lived with anyone, they would for sure be getting a little break, possibly, maybe not, but you know, anyway, yeah, I couldn't really open my mouth properly. Oh, my charging leads just fell out. Which was no, you know, not really a problem as such, apart from the obvious being painful and a bit of a bummer, you know, because I do like to munch on my grapes and sometimes a bit of melon. I'm just wondering if you can see. It is still swollen, if you can see that there, but you can't really see it. You can't really see it. Anyway, before I get carried away on a tangent and go way off topic, as usual, I've done a video on tooth and cavity, or dental caries, whatever you want to call them. Yes, that is what they're called. If you don't believe me, look it up yourself. The truth is always there to be found. It's just up to you to be interested enough to have a look and find out all that shit. That being said, so yes, I've got a video on a remedy that works really well, and trust me when I say really well, I'm not bullshitting. The reason I'm saying this is because prior to getting deep into detox, I experienced, I would call it, what's it called? Oh God, not my, I don't know. Basically, nerve tooth pain. It will come to me, trust me. Obviously, you know, the words have been pinched right out of my mouth. Anyway, yes. So, not sciatica type nerve pain, but rewind fast rewind, right, years ago, like literally when I was at secondary school, it was that long ago, which is many years, trust me. I was messing about in the playground, and we used to go up behind people, put his hands over their eyes, and say, guess who? Anyway, I did that. Can't even remember actually who the lad was now, but he was in my friend's class, the same year as me, just in a different form. Anyway, that's beside the point. So what happened was, it sort of startled him somewhat, even though his friends were like looking in my direction. I just, and so he sort of stepped back and lost his footing and ended up headbutting me. So the consequences of that was, it killed my tooth off. This tooth here, to be precise. So anyway, I mean, there was immense pain. It was a long time ago, but still, I feel that pain. It wasn't debilitating, not like I've had with neuralgia. That's it. Thanks, subconscious. She's a good one. So yeah, neuralgia pain. So what is that? Well, if you've never experienced it, good for you. I would not wish that on no one, nothing, or anyone ever, right? It is a very, very debilitating, and when I say debilitating, I mean debilitating. You can't think straight, you can't get comfy every time you move, even if you touch your face. If the pain is sort of coming through your eye round here, if you touch your face round here, it starts off there. The amount of paracetamols I went through in the detox where I experienced this, and it ties into what I'm on about the tooth that died, right, at school. Why does this link in? Well, I'll get to that bit in a minute. But basically, neuralgia is a nerve pain. It is set off by inflammation, and what I mean by inflammation is anything in your body that is painful or not. And by that I mean, if you're undergoing a lot of stress, emotional, work stress, family stress, financial, any type of stress like that, your amygdala wakes up to attention, sends messages to your adrenal glands situated just on top of the kidneys to be aware and start walking on eggshells. Get ready, like flashing amber, right? So it puts your body in flashing amber and you're ready in fight, flight or freeze. Or they call it fawn, I think, but you know what I mean. And so you release cortisol, which tells your body that there's some type of external, whether it be perceived physically or if it's just perceived as a emotional or a mental stress or worry, like finances and whatnot, a couple of years ago, all that bullshit that is bullshit, literally bullshit. It's a load of shit that went on for them 2 years, the C19, if you know what I mean. That being said, we'll not get into that, because if you don't know me, trust me, I don't agree with sticking needles in your arm and expecting that to be a shortcut to Wellville. On the contrary. Anyway, I digress. So, neuralgia. If you've got any exposed dentine through enamel weakness or dental cavities, loss of fillings, if you've even got gum disease or full-blown gingivitis, trust me, going on a detox when you've got, because I had to have a root canal filling, and I need to do a bit more research into that, but that could have been the instigator or the epicenter of all the shit, health-wise, to do with me manifested. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to look more into that. But I have reason to believe that removal of teeth, especially amalgam fillings, so-called silver, yet again, they're lying. It's bullshit, proper Billy bullshit. If you look into it, there's no silver in the fillings, and that's the truth. You know, if I ever see a dentist ever again, it'll only be to put his teeth in his arsehole, just so I can have a laugh. You know, not at his expense. It wasn't mine. Anyway, sorry, but I do go on these little tangents. Anyway, yes, like I was saying. So I believe that was like, you know, the pivotal moment of things to come. This is also something that I don't know a lot about, but I'm starting to believe, because all the stuff that I've been learning along the way, since and now and will be, is somewhat tied to, is it Ayurvedic, sort of Indian medicine, and also Chinese, like meridians, as in like energy channels. So, in your mouth or your teeth are connected to certain other parts of your body. You know, it doesn't take a genius to work out that everything really is connected, and everything and everybody are connected somewhat, not physically but etherically, metaphysically, call it what you will, either way, makes no odds. And in my opinion, the spiritual or etherical dimension is more real, although we can't, you know, necessarily touch it, tangibly touch it, hold it. You know, people are known to hear it, which is a clairaudience. People can see it, clairvoyant. Sorry, I will get there. And something that I am for defo. Some people call it empaths, but the better word to use is clairsentience, which is clear feeling. And in my opinion, we are a spiritual being in a body, like a car, having a human experience, or if you're a dog, having a canine experience. You know what I'm getting at. So, that being said, a lot of people, and it's not really any surprise, the world that we live in is very materialistic, you know. So that being said, even the worthless material shit that never lasts still comes about from where? Well, think about it. Think about 5D, D-wave. Sorry, think about D-wave, not 5D, G, or D-wave computers. It is a thing, scientifically. And where does it draw information from? Beyond the veil. In the spirit realm. Higher entities. Why higher? Because they're not in the 3D. 3D is dense, has thick, also known as hard, heavy. Yeah, you catch my drift. But to invent something, to make something, to draw something, you have to visualize it, or think it, see it in the mind's eye, yeah, imagine it. And so everything comes from the spirit world, and then we go right back around to source energy. And I'm not talking about tomato sauce or daddy sauce or even mayonnaise. I'm on about the one. Yeah. So, that being said, I just want to change it up a little bit. So, some people may know or may not know or may not even give a shit to know, right, that I like reading tarot. That being said, I am new to it, but I have a massive, massive interest in it because, like I've just said, I have a soul in me, same as you, have one in you too, as we all do. So, sorry, I'm a twat. I do like to lark about a bit. I don't like to take myself very seriously. I can be serious, but it don't really suit me very well. So, anyway, I digress. So today, here, the grand finale. What have we got? Let's have a little look. So, I just thought, just for fun, I've got some little tarot cards here, look. These aren't Rider-Waite, but they are traditional tarot. I think they're called the... Bear with me, I'll tell you. These are called the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. So yes, they are basically just, they didn't come with a guidebook, but really, if you think about it, tarot is all about intuition, which is internal tuition, already in you, within you, without you, and everything in between. That being said, so the tarot. Right, I need to shuffle them first, but before I even do that, it's just going to be a collective read. Just, I might even, if it does take off, if it's got some interest, I may create another YouTube channel, just entirely dedicated to tarot and things of a spiritual nature. Anyone on the fruit detox journey would possibly, I would say majority of people, would possibly notice a profound, I love that word, but they would notice a profound increase in cognition and clear minded thinking, like a breath of fresh air, a bit like having an extra strong min, but without the taking your breath away effect, let's say. So like, it's like, as I was coming out of detox, and I still am, let's not get it twisted, I've got a long way to go. And this weekend and the end of last week showed me this immensely, in a big, big way, and I felt it and it was a pain in the mouth and the arse, let's just say. So, when you're going through detox, you'll notice like little levels and little plateaus, right, that you reach. Don't be under an impression to let your foot off the gas just yet. You know, unless you're finding it unbearable, then obviously, you know, use your common sense, which is rare these days. Use your rare sense. You have got it. Trust me. Trust me. If I can, anybody can. And that's the beauty about it. So, anyway. Yeah, where was I? Before I was rudely interrupted by myself and I. So yeah, I might do another channel. So, in this video, I may or may not have said this already. Yes, I did say this, just briefly mentioned it. I'm going to do a little reading for the collective. What do I mean by the collective? Well, it's a general idea, a general feel, or, you know, on collective consciousness and energies that they're in. So, it may, you know, be what you're going through, what you've been through, or someone that you know might be going through. Basically, if the shoe don't fit and you're not Cinderella, don't force it to fit, eh? I don't want no stupid comments about, well, I just don't want no stupid comments, really, you know, because I'll do my best to answer them in a diplomatic way. I excel at that, trust me when I say that. I excel at that. But I am in the process of refining that. So, watch this space. Anyway, look at this, right? One of my favourite is I split this deck, right? This is the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle deck by Kim Kranz, and I bloody well love it. And Mother Bear, Kathy Beckett, that's my mum. People that don't know me probably don't even give a two flying forks. But anyway, thank you, Mum, because it was courtesy of my beautiful mother that I have these now. Santa brought them me. Ooh, yes. So as soon as I split this deck, look what we have. I really need to start using the other camera. So the Phoenix. Why do I love the Phoenix so? Well, I'll tell you. Because there was a time, there's been many times actually in my life journey so far, up to now, that I have experienced, and I'm going to use the word again, profound moments of being reborn, let's say, which is what the Phoenix is all about. A lot of people have seen Harry Potter, you know, it touches on the Phoenix a little in there. But rising from the ashes. Ashes are burnt remains, dead. But so, we all know that fire consecrates and also, you know, to some degree reestablishes the soil fertility. So, very powerful shit, you know, very. So yes, and oh, so in the top we have the circle here, the element that the Phoenix represents. So it is the etherical realm, which basically means there's no end, no beginning. It just goes round and round and round and round and ringing and round, right? So it is always there, even if you can never see it, taste it, touch it, or comprehend it. Doesn't mean it's not there. And You just can't make this shit up, people. And this is before I've shuffled. So the Stingray. It's a beautiful card, right? If you notice. So the ears down here, I'm doing some art project. Just one of my hobbies. It's showing the chakras. So the phoenix, rising from one's ashes and doing work on oneself. So, getting yourself in order, in line, alignment, chakra alignment, working on the chakras, right? Why is that important? Think about it. All the chakras, same as all your teeth in your head, are all linked and connected interconnectedly, right? Two parts of the body, thought processes and emotional processes. So like feelings in motion, and all that sort of shit. So yeah. So what's the opposite of getting all your chakras in order, synchronizing them, one would say, and firing on all 7 chakral cylinders? 7 days of the week, 7 colours of the rainbow. I know a lot of people refer to, you know, we've all lost pets, as in they've passed on to the other side, beyond the veil. And a lot of people, not always with animals, with people as well. But, you know, I've heard a lot of people through my life refer to they've gone over a Rainbow Bridge. Pink Floyd, there's a lot of, you know, just look at symbology, colour-coded. I mean, there's something called colour therapy. They even use it now, today, in this day and age, you know, in places like hospitals, you know, like daycare and counsellors, as in, you know, mental health profession and stuff like that. As in like the colours that are used to decorate the walls. And if you have a look yourself, I believe they did this in schools also. I could be wrong. If I am, correct me. I'll accept that and take responsibility all day, all night, 7 days a week. Anyway, so I believe my school was painted in sort of like matching different shades of like a minty, spearminty sort of aquamarine colour, which stimulates thought and concentration and focus, meant to anyway, you know. I'm not saying it works for everyone, just something to think about. Colours, again, hot and cold tap, you know, the red and the blue, the male and the female. If you look at the blood and circulatory system, oxygenated blood is red, deoxygenated blood is blue. You know, you see it in media, you see it in politics, people. Open your eyes and realise the real lies, and you will realise, that the colours and coding of colours and the use of that thereof are everywhere. So that being said, if you're out of line and out of sync, basically you need to get your temple in order, correct? So, work on yourself. It's not for me to say, it's for you to say, think and decide. I'm just doing me. You just do you. I'll just relay the messages. So, we're doing the work, people. People are starting to wake up. People are starting to get in line. Not the governments, but their own. They're walking their path, they're walking their life's purpose. People all over the world, flat, round, heart-shaped, matters not one fork. That being said, this is happening, people. Be aware or beware. Okay? So, the downward pointing triangle, if you notice at the top, like with the Phoenix card, we had the circle, which is a ring. And so we have the downward pointing triangle for what element? Water, of course. You know, a lot of people would say it's obvious, but that being a stingray, others not. So, it's all about tempering and refining and opening one's mind to possibilities, which are endless. So, there's a sea of possibilities is what I'm getting. Hope you like my British wildlife woodland themed music. It's quite uplifting. It's beautiful. I love birds, I do. I love all animals. So anyway, I'm just getting a bit of a paradoxical message, you might say, which is, are we a drop in the ocean? Or are we the whole ocean in one drop? Either or, neither, neither, but just saying. So if you are thinking of looking into this deeper, Spirit is telling me to relay the message, to put the wheels or the waves of the ocean in motion. Be self-aware, be mindful, fill your mind full of things that relate to you. Whether or not people agree is irrelevant. This is your journey, you're in your shoes, on your perspective. The universe, one song, one life, live it, sing it, be proud of it. We are the same but individual. Beautiful. So yeah, a little bit hungry, I'm going to have my smoothie in a minute. So anyway, I love stingrays. I don't know whether anybody out there that watches my channel has touched one, but you know, I believe it was Bournemouth many moons ago when I was a wee little bairn. Bournemouth or somewhere around the British coast anyway. I used to go for the day with my Auntie Marion and Uncle Ivan and my cousin that everyone mistook for my brother because we did look very alike, having blonde hair and freckles, the both of us, and we were a pair. You could probably say, well no, you would say, if you knew us back then, a bloody nightmare, double trouble. Stink. And I believe we went to a sea life centre or something like that anyway. I can remember sort of touching, taking care not to touch the tail for obvious reasons. Steve Irwin, God bless your soul, what a lovely man he was. Profound way that he met his demise, really, when you think about it. If you know about Steve Irwin and what he used to do on telly in the series, it was amazing. I believe his son, I forget his first name, but he's got a son in the public eye, I believe, or did, you know. So yeah, I can remember touching one of these stingrays, and I first imagined it was going to be really smooth, a bit like a snake, but wet, you know. That was what I believed it was going to feel like. But I remember when I touched it, sort of along its back, it felt like sandpaper, and it was really like, yeah, it was really strange, you know, to be met with that sort of feeling. So yeah, I learnt that day that they weren't smooth, slippery, or even slimy creatures. And you know, well, you know what I like to say. When you think you know nothing, come back with some facts. And I'll listen all day, all night, all day, all night, all night, all day, and all that in between. Anyway, before I start waffling on, so it's time to rise, collective, to your challenge. You know what that is, Spirit says. You can try and hide, but you can't hide from yourself. Just saying. So rise out of the densities of an ocean into the etherical air. Air is everywhere. People breathe it. In certain circumstances, we can see it, hear it. Carries messages from the divine and spirit realm. Prince of the power of the airways. Don't know why I got that, but anyway, it could be relevant. So yeah, anyway, rise to the challenge. Do not be put off. You are only challenging yourself. It's not a competition. It's definitely not a race. So, do the action now. Take the action now. Spirit's saying to me, don't put off till tomorrow what can be done today. You know? Why is that relevant? Because tomorrow never comes. It's definitely not owed to us. We're not entitled to it. In no way, shape or form. You know? Yes, and pay attention. There are messages all around. You just have to look to find them. And just because you don't look doesn't mean they're not there. But when you tune in, the synchronicities will be profound and you can't escape them, you know. So, I'm just going to put this deck back. A beautiful deck it is. Thank you, Mum, again. So, in the collective reading, I shall be taking 2 cards from the Kim Kranz Animal Spirit deck. Y2, 1 for male energy, 1 for female energy in the collective. So, right. And also, I shall be drawing for the collective 2 for male, 2 for female energy of the collective. So, let's go, shall we? Let's shuffle. So, holy angels and spirit guides, what does the collective need to know now, please? I want 2 cards for male and female, please. So 2 cards each to be able to get the message out to the collective, please. Holy angels and spirit guides, Divine Mother, Divine Father in heaven, please show me what I need to see and share. Show me what I need to see and share with the collective, please. So it's going to be male first because they're, you know, and so we have nice card, 6 of cups. So this is for Holy Spirit and angels, show me what I need to see. So we have the 2 of wands or 2 of staves, fire energy, creation. We have water in cups. Interesting. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Holy angels, Holy Spirit, show me what I need to see for the collective, please. For the female collective. What do I need to see and share with the female of the collective? What do I need to see? The female of the collective, please. Holy angels. Don't want loads though, thank you. That was the next one. We have the moon on the bottom. So we have the moon, like the general energy, overall energy. Is the moon card, and it's a nice card. The moon card, a lot of people, it's water energy, as in Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Some readers would say that the moon card is pertaining to Scorpio. But I would say it's a Cancerian card. And why, you may ask? Well, I'm a Cancerian myself. My ruling planet is the moon, and so it's only common sense, or I believe so, that it's a Cancerian card. That being said, anyway, we'll carry on. So the overall energy then, if the moon, for the overall energy, it's just like water. And this was a card that fell out when I got the other card to the reading. And this was on the floor. So, we have here the Queen of Wands, or staves, or staffs, which is fire. Yeah. See the difference in colours. One's cool, cold, one's warm, inviting, one might say. It's almost, I'm like getting like opposites, as in hot, cold, day and night. Anyway, so I'm possibly speaking to somebody out there in the collective who owns a cat or cats, but a black cat in particular is significant. Cats are very protective and spiritual animals. I mean, you can even look into, ancient Egypt. Bastet, I believe it's called. Could be wrong. If I am, please correct me. I need to know this shit. So, yes, spiritually aware, spiritually empowered, and protective also. Also in ancient English, a lot of people, as in like, your local medicine woman or man or shaman, or like hedgerow witch I'm picking up, people or someone in particular that uses botanicals, natural flower remedies, or mixes and makes concoctions and remedies and tinctures, not necessarily as a business for money, but possibly for oneself. I know that I do this, and currently I'm doing this. But cats are very they tie into a lot of superstitions. I know in China they believe the colour black is bad luck and a bad omen. A bad omen, sorry, not omen, Odin. A bad omen. And so, I was told by a friend that used to live there for many, many years actually, that the sad thing about, because she re-owned a dog from over there, Flossie. Katie Jackson, hi. I doubt you watch this channel, but hi anyway. Hope you're well, beautiful. Long time no see. So yeah, where was I? That a lot of the animals in rearming centres in like Hong Kong, in China and in their culture, a lot of them, the majority I was told, were black dogs, cats and other fairies, right? Because of just this, deep-rooted, rigid belief, in the superstition that black is unlucky. Possibly, I mean, look at funerals. Traditional UK funerals, you wear black. And why? Because it's the sun going down. Death. Set in Egypt. Like sunset, the light's gone out. Darkness, being buried. If you think of white as a colour, it's reflective, which is why the divine is usually pictured, described or perceived as wearing white or very light, like iridescent type colours, to reflect yourself back at yourself, to check oneself in purity, coming from pure energy. And whereas the polar opposite is black, being reabsorbed. Black absorbs light, which is why a lot of darker colours. You know, when the sun's out, you will feel warmer because it attracts and absorbs and takes in but doesn't reflect that light. So white is all the 7 colours that we know and can see in the light spectrum. You know, the 7 colours. But black is also, but because of it being a denser colour, it absorbs, takes it in, and so yeah, we don't really see it. I mean, black and white are not colours per se. Something about sunflowers. Talking to a lady or a woman, whatever, who has a black cat, possibly a Sagittarius, I'm hearing. Something to do with sunflowers. Either you might be thinking of growing sunflowers, they might be a favourite flower, you may be a person that's you know, a fan of the colour yellow, sunflower type colours, something to do with a Leo possibly. Leo's card in tarot is the sun. Yes. Something to do with a Leo. I mean, sometimes I'm a real dumbass. But yeah, the cat, Leo, cat, lion, big cat, small cat, still a cat. Beautiful, that little moggy. So yes, a lady, I am picking up Sagittarius. A Sagittarius lady, or even possibly a man, but in the female aspect of their energy, because as you know, we are half of one and half of the other of the mother, right? Yeah. Don't matter what you look like on the outside, man, woman, or whatever, you're still 50% one, 50% other, no more, no less. Just saying, because that's all it is, and that just is. That's what Spirit's just telling me now. So yeah, something about sunflowers, something about a Leo. They're both fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries and Leo are fire signs, as we know. So something to do with a Leo is very important. Coming to your service, I hear. Coming to protect you, or is in present. Yes, I'm talking to a lady out there, a Sagittarius lady who likes sunflowers, possibly has a black cat, or I'm hearing maybe is thinking of purchasing a cat. I'm told just to tell you now that a black cat is really significant. And I'm talking to a lady that might be possibly on the shorter, as in height. Petite perfect 10 I'm hearing. She's a perfect 10, you know. Leo is the king, the father of astrology, right? And so whoever this lady is, that's wearing a golden, yellow, orange, or yellow ochre, I'm hearing, dress, or maybe that's your favourite colour. You don't be afraid, I'm hearing, just don't be afraid. Stop procrastinating. Because the king of the world, your world, the world as we know it, or of your particular world, is now in present, or there's a Leo man coming into your life who is going to ensure that from the tips of your toes to the crown chakra above your head, you will be protected. I'm just hearing, just stand your ground, you know, because in this power, you are unfuckwithable, immovable. Unconceivable, possibly. Something to do with a chimney. That's a bit random. Something to do with a chimney. Somebody may have to get some work done on the chimney, on the house. I know a few years back now, just pop this fucking, thankfully, that it's not at present. But some years ago, and I had my daughter living with me then, we had some issues, because I rent this property, right? And so, you know, it's the landlord's responsibility to take care of, you know, the building and everything of that sort of nature, and buildings insurance and all that type of shit. So, we had to have ours, like, I don't know whether you'd call it repointing. Oh my god, you can't make this shit up. Yeah, but either way we had to have some work done on it, because the adjoining building, which is now the shop, it used to be a local pub called the Jessup Arms, if you're from around here, where, you know, where I live. And they were doing work on the roof, I believe, because it was a pub, now a shop, next door to me. And so, yeah, there were some issues, obviously, with the roof. They wanted to check the tiles. We'd had some really mean, hostile weather. And so there was, you know, the usual. Some roof tiles needed replacing, fixing, or resecuring. I'm not taking all actually, am I? Why not? Yeah, we had to have ours redone, because the gentleman that told us being me and my daughter, that, you know, one gust of wind and the whole shit is going to come down. Hopefully not on someone, but whoever, you know, is in the room below this needs to, you know, have the wits about them and beware, because the whole thing could come through onto someone. And whose bedroom is below it? You guessed it, yours truly. So my head would have been right there, you know. Not very good when you think about it. Anyway. So yeah, he said that the whole thing, like you could see through it. It was meant to be, I don't know whether he said 2 bricks thick, something like that. But yeah, you could see right through it, like through the other side. And also, like he says, you know, I touched it slightly and it moved. So it's that bad. You know, it needs attention like nah, like yesterday type of shit. So yeah, I'm just getting that message. So possibly you're having a fireplace knocked out or put in, or something to do with